Alright, last one is just going to be a little bit about power chords. So, we were talking about the bar chords before, your E-shaped bar chord and your A-shaped bar chord, and, well, how, yeah, a little bit about how they relate to each other, but one of the tricks really nice for beginning guitarists, I don't mean that as a slight against anyone, but it's important when you're learning to try and keep it interesting for yourself. As long as it's interesting for you, you're going to keep playing. If you start getting bored, you'll stop playing, and that's the worst thing that you can do. So, where I say like the first position of the minor pentatonic is a great place to start, because you can start playing along with songs that you like, which is really gratifying and rewarding, especially when you're first starting out. And power chords are another way of doing that. Now, what a power chord is basically a very stripped down version of a full chord. So we're only playing the top two strings, and we only play the root of the chord. So this is a G, and we play the fifth, which is a D in this case, but again, you've got to be good with your theory if you want to be able to say this stuff definitively. I have to sort of think in my head and count to work it all out. So if I'm playing a G major, you can see that the top two notes are what would comprise my power chord. And even if I'm playing a G minor, the power chord remains unchanged. Now I tend to play 3 strings for my power chords instead of just the 2. You can do that because this interval is in fact an octave. It's the same note. It's a little bit redundant, but it fattens up the chord a little bit, makes it sound a little more chunky than just the 2. Now, an A-shaped power chord is the same shape, just moved down, everything down a string, and in fact comprises the top of an A-shaped bar chord. And so it's a really good way to, all you need to do is try and listen to songs that you like, find the root, the key that they're in, and then just move it around until you've worked it out. Well, like, where is it? There. Now, a lot of lazy guitarists will drop D-tune their guitar. So what that means is you get the E string and you drop it down to a D. That lets you play your power chords with just one finger, but you've got to think in your head that everything's tuned down. I'm terrible about that. So this is now a D. Yeah, but I'm not really a fan of doing that, to be honest. I kind of feel it's cheating a little bit. I much prefer just playing it in a standard tuning. You can play the same things, can't you? It's just a little bit trickier, but, don't be lazy. Yeah, so another thing I just want to show quickly with power chords is that it's a really easy way, if you get your pinky involved, to start playing those rock and roll numbers by pumping a 5th chord, in fact, what you're playing. So, I mean, that's the chords for Back in the USSR by the Beatles. If you want to practice that. But there's heaps of old rock and roll numbers that same principle applies to. Yeah, so practice it, have a go with it, have fun with it.